Super smooth. Now look at this one. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I am Marilyn, and here we do a lot of beauty, fashion, and a little lifestyle. So if you like that kind of stuff, take the time and subscribe. Don't play with me, okay? All right, y'all, so we have another makeup video. Today we are trying a new product by MAC. Okay, so it's gonna be like a first impressions demo review sort of situation that's going on today in the video, and we are going to be trying the new MAC Studio Fix Pro Set Plus Blur Weightless Loose Powder. That's a mouthful, but that's what we're trying today. Okay, this is what we're going to be looking into today. I have the shade medium deep, so it's a loose setting powder. I have not tried it yet. I actually got this in the mail maybe a week ago, and I just haven't gotten around to using it or doing a video. My sister was here, my nieces and nephews were here. We were eating, you know, we was busy. I was busy, but I want to go ahead and try it on camera, so I haven't used it yet. So it'll be a real true first impressions of this powder. If you know me, I love complexion products. I love foundations, concealers, powders, bronzers. That's sort of my lane when it comes to makeup, and that's what I'm always wanting to try. So let's get into the claims and what this, the benefits and all this, the stuff and magic and, you know, whatever they say this powder does. All right, so I have my computer here, so I'm just gonna kind of, you know, read the hocus pocus, you know, not hocus pocus, but you know, the claims. So it just says here that this is a ultra refined loose powder that sets makeup all day, instantly absorbs oil, and provides a photo-friendly matte finish with a 3D blurring effect. Okay, so it is a, well, basically it says that it refracts light to blur and smooth blemishes. It also reflects light for a dimensional matte finish. Okay, all benefits say that it's lightweight, ultra refined powder, sets makeup, absorbs oil, yeah, we read that, controls shine, blurs and smooths the look of blemishes, color true long wear, doesn't settle, cake, or crease. It's sweat and humidity resistant, does not cause acne, and it's suitable for all skin types. So I love the claims of absorbing oil, because I have oily skin and I like to keep my under eye, of course, or the center of my face just more matte, because that's where I do get oily. Doesn't cause acne, which is a plus, and it's sweat and humidity resistant. So since summer is pretty much here where I live in Florida, it's been summer for a while. It's hot. Okay, so I would love to get into some powders, you know, that we can be using for the summer, because when the seasons change, your makeup should be changing. You should probably be wearing a little less makeup, more powders, more lightweight things if you do want to wear makeup during the summer. So this is a great time to try this. So we're going to get into it. I'm just going to open up the box. Again, I have medium deep, and I want to compare it to my Laura Mercier powder, because that's typically what I use to set my foundation. I set my concealer. So I'm just going to compare the two powders. Okay, so this is the medium deep in the Studio Fix. So this is the color. This is how the shade looks right off the bat. It's a little darker than the at least in the container, it looks a little darker than the Laura Mercier honey powder that I use. This actually looks like the Laura Mercier, the dark one, and this is the honey powder that I use by Laura Mercier to set my under eye. So it's a little darker, but this is going to be probably more of a natural set. And also, I forgot to add, I also use the Mcgrath pressed powder, the Sublime. It's a long ass name, girl. I just can't. It's the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. So I also use this. So I just want to combine or compare the textures to see, you know, which one is smoother, more fine, you know, all that jazz. Okay. All right, so when you open up the MAC powder, it does come with a velvet sponge, which I am going to use that to apply a velvet sponge with the product. And then it comes with a seal over the top, and you just have to just peel this back. And I'm not even going to put y'all through this. Okay, here it is. You just peel this part up. So it's just like a flip cap that's attached to it. And then there's a sticker that you just peel off. So you just peel it back like that. And it has like a little, you see that? It has like a little net, or a little, whatever this is. So basically you probably shake the powder a little bit and some will come to the top and then you just press it in. All right, so that is that. So I'm just gonna swatch it before I put it on my face because right now my makeup, I just have on my foundation. I don't have my concealer on. I'm gonna do that and then use the powder, of course, to set it. But I'm just swatching the powder here on my hands. I'm just gonna put it here. It's honestly, it's really, really smooth. It's definitely a very finely milled powder. Like it's really soft and it blends in. It just melts right into my skin. And it feels really soft. I'm just gonna compare, I'm just gonna swatch like a little bit of the Laura Mercier because I just wanna compare the texture of it. Yeah, see, the Laura Mercier is a more chunkier powder. This always felt soft to me, but when I compare it to the MAC powder, I guess I didn't know what I was talking about. I guess I didn't know what soft really meant because that one is extremely soft and lightweight. It also just melted into my skin. That could be because of the color though. It probably just, no. It's just more finely milled. I can just tell by the way it's looking how this is settling more into the line. I don't know, but the MAC powder is a little bit more finely milled. Let me just swatch my Laura Mercier. Not my Laura Mercier, girl. My Pat McGrath, the pressed powder. Now this is a very finely milled powder too, and it's very soft. I would say that the MAC powder is comparable to the texture of this Pat McGrath powder. It's super silky and soft, and it does melt into the skin because it's so finely milled. So these two are definitely comparable in texture. The Laura Mercier is definitely finely milled. It's just not as soft and as finely milled as the Pat McGrath and the MAC powder, just for comparison in texture. Okay, so that's as far as we're gonna do as far as comparing. But now let's go ahead and fix my makeup. I'm gonna put my concealer on and then set my under eye, and we're gonna get right into the nitty gritty. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and finish up the face. I'm gonna add my concealer. I'm using I've been loving this concealer. I really like the color. It's the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. It's a satin finish, and the color that I have is called Deep Chestnut. So that's what I'm gonna use to highlight my under eye. So I'm gonna got some here. Isn't this just the perfect concealer color for my complexion? Like, I love it. I'm going to use a Real Technique sponge. It is damp, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend it out. I like to blend this particular concealer. I don't like to let it sit. For me, it's better just to blend it right away, because otherwise it dries really fast, and then it looks patchy if you try to blend it out too late. All right guys, so my concealer is on and it's blended out from what I can see here. Yeah, it looks pretty blended out. So I'm just gonna kind of turn the powder upside down so some of it can come out while the lid is closed. So just turn it upside down. Then let me just pop the top back up. So it has like a little bit of powder that comes up. It's kind of messy, but because it has the flip here, it's not that bad. So I'm gonna use the sponge or the velvet puff and get some on, and let's see how this does my under eye. This looks, y'all can probably see, this looks so damn good. Look at this eye. Look at here. Look at this eye. Super smooth. Now look at this one. Now this color it doesn't highlight me much. It's because of the color I chose. Online, the medium deep looked a little lighter than this. So if you want this, if you're my complexion, this isn't really gonna brighten it, but it's just gonna, it's just like a subtle, it doesn't really, it blends right into my skin tone. So it doesn't change the color of the concealer that I laid down much, but I still like it. I would even get another one for brightening when I want to be a little bit more extra or a little bit more glam, but this is a great powder for my complexion when it comes to just like a natural under eye. Like you're not trying to be too bright, you're just trying to set it and smooth it. But I would keep this color and still get like a lighter color if I want to brighten it. Or what you can do is just wear a lighter concealer and then tone it down with a powder like this, which is another way for me to, yeah, I can actually do that without even buying another powder. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get some more powder, and I'm going to go under the other eye and just press it in. Just gonna set all the areas that I put the concealer. This looks so natural on my skin. The medium deep is a very natural under eye powder. Like I said, it's not highlighting it at all really, but it is smoothing the under eye and it's making it matte and just, you know, I love it. The texture of it feels so good. My goodness. Get some on my nose. It's such a natural highlight, or a very subtle highlight. So far, does this not give me like a filtery? I feel like it does give me like this filtery sort of look. I'm looking at it in the mirror, looking at a camera, and it just looks so smooth. And because it's not that light, it also looks natural because it's not that much of a brightening powder. It's subtle, and like I don't know if you guys watched my last video, which I tried the new MAC bronzer. I'm going to use that on this video too. But like I said in that video, MAC very rarely disappoints me. MAC is the OG, and this powder is so pretty. You guys saw how it looked before and how it looked after the powder. Let me go ahead and finish up my face. I'm going to go ahead and use the bronzer. I'm just looking over here to get my brush, figuring out what brush I'm going to use. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and bronze my face, but I look cute. I look really cute. And my skin looks so smooth with this powder on it. I kind of needed a powder like this because all my powders are like brightening white or that yellowy color. This is just a subtle little teeny, barely any highlight. Let me stop saying teeny bit. It doesn't really highlight it, but my under eye is so smooth, and I like that. I love powders. The texture of the powder is velvety. It's silky, really silky. Okay. Get some of this bronzer right in this area. This area, when you add the bronzer here, like right into your eyebrows, like as you know, when you shape or contour your nose, when you bring it up into the brows, it just looks so pretty. It just defines this area more. And now I can just go down the nose really lightly. I'm not cream bronzing because, like I said, it is summer and less products are better. So I'm just going to do only powders. Normally I'll do the cream bronze and then put the powder over it to set it, but we're just going to do the powder right now because the powder is really nice and the color is perfect to bronze with, and my face is just sitting, looking real smooth. And this blush is Bella by Juvia's Place. It's just a single blush. It's this color, gorgeous color. I love it. I'll link it below. Hopefully they still have this, but I love this color. Perfect for the spring, perfect for my skin tone. Let's just finish out this look. Put a little bit here. Blush makes me look really like youthful, like so young, girl. I like that. Just finish out the look. I'm going to apply 2 glosses. This is by Sugar Scoop Beauty. This is by My Small Business. These are handmade glosses. I'm going to apply Expose and Nudist. Expose is the darker brown. Just going to put it on like the perimeter, like on the outer portion. This is a nice reddish brown. Apply almost like a lip liner, just to give that ombre effect when I put the nude color in the middle. Now I'm going to apply Nudist in the middle. So this is just like a milky nude. Very sheer and pretty. Okay, so the last step, we of course are going to put a little setting spray. This is my Morphe Continuous Spray, my favorite setting spray. I love the way it sprays out. So, or should I use my, no, this is my favorite. I'm going to use this one. I was going to go and get the Patrick Star one, which is the matte one, but I don't feel like smelling that one. That one it's just strong, but it works really well. This one is just such a nice calming scent to it. So. All right, so let's go ahead and take these clips out of my hair. I just put them in there just to, you know, get my hair out of the way while we do the makeup. So my face looks good. Do you see how smooth this looks? Very natural. I'm into it. Are you into it? Because I'm into it. On the camera, it looks great. In person, it looks really great. All right, so let's talk about it. Obviously, I recommend this powder. It looks fantastic. Now, if you are about my complexion and you're looking for more of a highlighting shade, it would be best to go with medium. I purchased the medium deep. I really like it because it's so natural. If I wanted to brighten it, of course, I can, you know, just get the lighter color, or I can just wear a lighter concealer and tone down that concealer with a darker powder. It'll just help balance everything out. The texture of this powder is beautiful. It fits the description where it says blurring weightless loose powder that blurs lines. And you saw for yourself, you see for yourself how smooth my under eye is, and it gives me sort of like a filter look, which I like. Who wouldn't like that? A filter without like a filter, you know? So I would highly recommend this powder. It's lightweight. Again, it's beautiful. And if you want a highlighting shade, if you are I can only go by my shade. So if you're like my complexion, of course, go one lighter, which would be the medium instead of the medium deep. The medium deep sort of just blends into my skin tone, which to me is a great thing. If you want more of a natural setting powder, you don't want to highlight, like especially on your natural days, you don't really want to highlight it and be too bright. But if you want to be more glam, then of course you can go with a lighter powder. But I would absolutely recommend this. I would give it out of 10, I would give it a 10. A 10. Okay, Kitty, so I gave you another item that you can add to your list, add to cart. Definitely add this to cart, especially if you are looking for a new setting powder that smooths the under eye, gives you a like a filter finish. This is that girl. This is going to be my powder, okay? This is my powder. I'm contemplating whether or not I want to go for the lighter shade or just sort of do the lighter concealer, or, you know, when I want to be more brighter under the eye, but I don't know. I don't know. This shade works out well. I look really pretty in person. Not to toot my own horn. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you toot it, okay? I'll let you toot it. I'll let you do it. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, like, I don't like that. I don't like that. If you haven't subscribed yet, I think you should go ahead and subscribe because that would make me so happy. Okay? Thank you so much for watching the video, kitties. Bye.